Recording. Alrighty, hi everyone, it's Miss Mendoza. I am here to share the 4.4 Milestone Study Guide, and it's the decimal unit. Alrighty, so let's take a look here. First scenario, question, problem goes like this. The table shows how long it took some fourth graders to run 50 yards. Did Josie finish faster than Malachi because she has an 8 in the numerator and Malachi has a 30 in the numerator? Alrighty, so this problem, what's it about? We know that it's about fourth graders running 50 yards. And obviously, here in the chart, we could see that there are 14 students with different times. And this is all in seconds. This problem is focusing on Josie, if she finished faster than Malachi. So I'm going to go over here in my chart and I'm going to circle Malachi and then Josie. Alrighty, so it looks like Malachi finished 6 seconds, I'm sorry, 6 and 30 hundredths seconds. Josie finished 6 and 8 tenths of a second, or seconds, sorry. So it looks like they have different numerators, different denominators. So let's go ahead. What can help us is using a place value chart. So I know if I go ahead over here and I draw my place value chart. So here we have my tenths, then my hundredths. Alrighty. I'm gonna write M for Malachi and then J for Josie. Okay, so I know Malachi has 6, which is in the ones place. That's 6, that's a whole. Remember, our whole numbers are on the left side of the decimal. And then 30 hundredths. So 30 hundredths. Josie has a whole of a 6, our decimal here. And then she has 8 tenths. So the 8 falls in the tenths place. And I know that what I can do is that I can add a 0 as a placeholder. Alrighty, looking at this, looking at our place value chart, we could see that technically, did Josie finish faster than Malachi? Remember, when it comes to decimals in relation of time, if you're trying to see who finished faster, that means they should have the least time. And anyone that's, taking longer or slower, that means they're taking a longer amount of time, meaning their time is going to be greater. So we could look at the comparison here. It's saying that Josie finished faster, but she has an 8 in the tenths place, but Malachi has a 3 in the tenths place. And they both have placeholders, zeros in the hundreds place. So technically, Malachi is the one that finished faster. We know that 8 tenths is also equal to 80 hundredths. So let's go ahead and write over here. And we can start writing that Josie, in fact, did not. Josie did not finish the race faster than Malachi. 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 And how do we know this? I know that 8 tenths is also equal to 81 hundredths. Oops. So we know that 8 tenths is also equal to 8 hundredths. I'm sorry, 80 hundredths. And let's see. Oh, why did Malachi's name erase? Okay. I know that 8 tenths is equal to 80 hundredths, which means that 30 hundredths is less than 80 hundredths. Therefore, Malachi finished the race faster than Josie because he had used the least amount of time. Because we know that 6 and 30 hundredths less than 6 and 80 hundredths. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to the next question. Alrighty, so remember this second question on the test, since it's on the computer, it's a drag and drop. So that'll be a little bit much more easier. Alrighty, so let me get, all right. So it says here, order the students on a number line from fastest to slowest. So remember, we know that if someone's running fast with time and decimal, that means they're going to have the least amount of time. And someone who's running slower, that's taking more time, will move towards the right. So any least time will start with the left, and then we move towards the right if they are taking the most amount of time. Alrighty, so we're gonna go in order. We're gonna start with Daniel. He ran 5 and 2 tenths. 5 and 2 tenths. So I know he's going to be between the 5 and the 6. I know that if we're right in the middle, I know this is 5.5. So I know that Daniel is going to be around here. So we're going to write Daniel 5.2, 5 and 2 tenths. All right, so we have Daniel crossed out. It says Lakeland ran 6 seconds. So I know that Lakeland will be right here because we have our 6 right on our number line. So Lakeland ran 6 seconds. We got Lakeland down. Malachi ran 6 and 30 hundredths, or 6 and 3 tenths. So again, I know that a benchmark here is 6 and 5 tenths. He probably ran a good estimation around here. So let's write Malachi 6 and 3 tenths. Oliver ran 5 and 10 hundredths. So since I know 10 hundredths is also equal to 1 tenth, that comes before Daniel since he's at 5 and 2 tenths. So Oliver. All right, Blen is next. She is at 6 and 5 tenths. And we know a benchmark here. This would be Blen's. Blen. All right, we got Blen. Akila ran 7 and 1 tenths. So we know it'll be between 7 and 8. We know a benchmark here is 7 and 5 tenths. So she's closer to 7. And Akila, I'm gonna write her down here. Akila, 7. All right, Mattel S ran 7 and 7 tenths. That's a little bit closer to the 8. We know it's after 7 and 5 tenths. So it's about here. All right, Mattel. S, 7, 8, 7. All right, we got Mateo down. Now we have Aaron Lemus, Aaron L. Aaron is 7 and 2/10. So that's closer to 7, which is after Aquila. Aaron, 7 and 2/10. Okay, so we got Aaron. All right, Elias is 6 and 60 hundredths, which is the same thing as 6 and 6/10. And we know on our number line that's right after blend. So we'll write Elias, 6 and 60 hundredths. Beautiful. Elena ran 7 and 30 hundredths. So we know that's definitely right after Aquila and Aaron, but before the 7 and 5/10. Elena. Sophia is 7 and 4/10. So that's right after Elena, but before the midway point. So Sophia. Josie ran 6 and 8/10. So that is between 6 and 7. I know it's greater than 6 and 5/10 and greater than Elias 6 and 60 hundredths. So we're definitely going to write that somewhere over here. And I said, who was that again? Josie's. Josie, 6. Beautiful. Valentina is 6 and 3/10, which is the same as Malachi. So they share the same point. All right. And then Matthew is 5 and 5/10, which is halfway through between 5 and 6. Matthew. Alrighty. So now we have the students lined up from the fastest to the slowest. All right, let's look at their last and final question on the milestone. Again, everything that we're doing right now is questions that you may see on the milestone. Again, it's going to be 3 questions. Question 1, question 3 are like modeling and reasoning. Question 2 will be a drag and drop. So you guys wouldn't have to like write this out. You just drag it with your cursor and then put them in the right order. All right. Number 3 says, Aquila says none of the students ran 50 yards in the same time. Explain Aquila's mistake and help her correct her thinking. So let's look back at our number line that we did. And it looks like there are 2 students that finished at the same time. So we have Malachi and Valentina. We know that Malachi's time was written as a whole number and a fraction. 6/30 hundredths. And then we have Valentina as a decimal. Remember, in the beginning of our unit, when we took our notes, we said decimals are a special type of fraction. So decimals and fractions are used interchangeably. So if we are to go and create our place value chart, we have our tenths, hundredths. Remember, hundredths is anything over 100. Tenths, anything over 10. So we have Malachi, we have Valentina. So Malachi falls under 30 hundredths. And then Valentina falls under 6 and 3/10. But what you could do is just add a placeholder. So 6 and 30 hundredths is also the same as 6 and 3/10. So what we think is that Aquila probably wasn't able to make the connection of fractions and decimals being used interchangeably. So let's go ahead and write this explanation here. Let's write that she's incorrect. Let's go ahead and write Akila is incorrect because Malachi and Valentina ran 50 yards in the same time. Same time. Alrighty. Valentina, Valentina's time was 6. Let me see. Was it written as a decimal? Yes. 6 3/10, which is also equal to 6 3/10, which is equal to 6 30 hundredths. Oops, I said Matthew. All right, Malachi's time is 6 30 hundredths, which is also equal to Valentina's time. And we could say Aquila probably was not able to make the decimal and fraction connection. Alrighty. So we just went over 3 similar problems that you may see on the milestone. Again, 1 and 3 are modeling and reasoning. Number 2 will be a drag and drop. So remember, decimals are a special type of fraction. They are used interchangeably to represent time as well. Remember to always use a place value chart in order to make these comparisons. The place value chart helps organize our thoughts, our numbers, and make sure that we put our numbers in the correct location. Remember that when it comes to time and decimals, anything finishing the fastest, finishing quick, finishing first will always have the least amount of time, meaning the decimal is going to be less. If someone's taking forever, using more time, that means the decimal is greater. So with time, it moves from left to right. Other than that, I do wish you guys the best of luck on your milestone tests. Please make sure to study this study guide because, again, it is extremely similar to what you are going to see on the milestone test. Thanks for watching. Bye.